My eyes slowly opened. The usual routine of my mornings began. Although it was never consistent when I came to. Blink away the blurriness. Trying to sit up, my body screamed, my legs specifically. No longer I was in bed, the worse it got, but the very idea of pushing myself up and down into the semi-comfort of the sheet caused a lance of pain through my leg. Unfortunately, with my autonomous response and forced entrapment, also had come with a steady slipping of my mental stability. I could fully admit that I, Anony Moose, hadn't anticipated visitors. Hell, I hadn't anticipated the call from my parents. Your parents called you? Oh my god, someone actually wrote E1 and Anon gets a fucking call from his goddamn parents. Holy shit! Why is that such a big ask from people? Like, I get it doesn't happen in the story, but I can imagine that there's like other reasons for that. You can make it work. Also, I felt that the main reason that happened in the story, that he never gets contacted by his parents or by Spears or anything, is because the ending is supposed to make you feel like shit instead of being more human. Like, it's a tragic, horrible situation. But let's talk about that. I'd anticipated little but lying in this bed for a few weeks, subsisting off food. I managed to get my poverty-informed diet of the last 5 months and run for its money in utterly vapid, flavorless nutrition. At least I could say cheap noodles are more fun to eat. What the hell are you talking about, man? I expected very little at all from my stay in the hospital until my leg healed and they kicked me out. Man, I did get exactly that. 2 weeks. 2 weeks since it. We're 2 weeks from there? Man, you healed up fucking fast from a gunshot, man! I hadn't seen a reporter in a few days at this point. I did my best to stare a hole into the wall across the room routine and avoided any engagement. It took more than a week, but they finally got the hint that I wasn't going to answer any of the insipid questions. Fucking vultures. You needed Lucy Aaron, didn't you? That was fang ass. It says the guy who's I feel, right? I feel that there is a extreme dark comedy or like a very good joke in the fact that he's like, her name was Fang. You're defending her name, but you can't get the pronouns right. Also, isn't the whole point of ending one that he gets the pronouns? And she's like, yeah, you better, bitch. How did you feel when you bravely stopped the shooter by eating the last bullet? He ate it. He tanked it like a champ. Like if she shot me in the face instead of the leg, it would have made things better for anyone. How are you feeling? Like actually got a vocalized response to the tune of fuck off. I like how a guy asks how you're feeling and then you decide to talk. Like, what the hell? Not the fact that they're disrespecting your girlfriend. Not the fact that they're saying that you stopped her and you did anything meaningful. No, it's the fact that some guy gives a shit. What is wrong with you, Anon? I mean, we know what's wrong. That's the whole game. I grabbed the controls of the bed and pushed it into a seated position. Oh, I thought he was at home. Or do you now have one of these fancy beds? I grabbed the controls of the bed and pushed into a seating position. It was less strain on my rapidly atrophying muscles. Don't they give you, like, special exercises in hospitals for this? Maybe I should have listened to Rose's advice and done more gardening. That's the wrong conjugation, I feel. Maybe I should have listened to Rose's advice and done a bit more gardening and did a bit more gardening. I don't think did is the right one. That feels weird to me. Nah, I'm not a native speaker. Might be one of those idiosyncrasies you don't pick up on. And my body wouldn't be loudly announcing how much it hate me every time I tried to move around the bed. Maybe I should have listened to everyone. Maybe I should have listened to myself at the start of the year and stayed invisible. Not that it mattered anymore. So little mattered now. I just had a short checklist of things to do when I got out, one of which was visiting her. No, not just her. Nasa too. They both deserved well. Better than they got, that's for damn sure. And a hell of a lot more than they were going to get by me dragging my pathetic ass out there to see them. I was even allowed to get into the cemetery. Pretty sure most cemeteries are like public. You can just walk in there, man. They ain't gonna like check everyone at the fucking door. Like, as long as you're not causing trouble, I think most cemeteries are like, just come on in, buddy. We don't know who the fuck you're for or if you knew them. They're dead. They can't tell. Still, they deserved a try. They were gonna get it. The door clicked open, and I reflexively shifted my eyes towards the intruder. The nurses used... Okay, I thought he was at home, because so many of these fucking fics start off at home in this context. How are you doing today, Anon? Took a breath, let it out, turning my attention to the wall across from my bed. Routine, maintain. Jesus Christ, Anon. I like how this guy's talking like this, and then he just slips right back in. I guess that's the point. I feel like if you want to make a real good one like these, you need to focus on this, and Anon hates himself every single fucking time. Look! Ah, yeah! I could feel the poor Saurian woman's practiced smile falter, and without even looking at her. She always made effort, always checked up on me. It was a job, but it wasn't hard to tell that there was some actual passion to her presence. And I love that this is such an important fucking adjective. People are like, oh, need to explain this. No, just the fact that he's willing to admit that she's not... Ugh, that's enough. It's enough. Maybe she was new and the place like had broken it. Don't remove the sentence. Keep the implication that Anon's the one causing this. I sure as hell did deserve her offering to fluff my pillows. This sentence ruins it. The sentence takes the fact that Anon feels personally responsible, which he should be hating himself for who he is as a person, and abstracts it to the environment instead of being just about, please, why is Anon so fucking empathic? Make him selfish. Don't let him think like this. Yet. She busied around the room. Like, Anon can, like, the whole point of ending one is that to an extent he's probably pretending or trying, but he isn't actually doing it right. She busied around the room silently, as she always was, after I didn't engage with her. I feel like this needs, like, another interruption. Because it's, like, silently after I didn't engage with her, and this is the interruption. Like, the little interrobang. I probably should. It's a whole different thing. Interrobang is an exclamation point, question mark. Or is it the double one? I think it's the... Shit, I need to look it up now. I need to know this. Yeah, it is the exclamation point, question mark. Blah? I imagine that that's what blah sounds like. Ooh, Outskirts. I love the that songs. They have that little... Bum, 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 bum. Man, Rainbow, why do you got such a sick-ass soundtrack? Why do I want to do a fucking kickflip when I'm listening to this? I don't even know how to skate. I probably should. That's guy that deserved it. There was a niggling sensation in the back of my head that if I opened my mouth and into a series of events that involved me causing another person to shoot up a school. Or a hospital, maybe, in her case. Ruby, I think her name was. Why is this between quotation marks? Why is it in italics is more my question. Like, I think you can do this because it's like quoting her. Fitting given her Ruby skills. Yeah, that's probably why her parents fucking named her that. Because they were like, oh, she's red like Ruby. Did quick work as always. I feel like, like between this and like this section technically belonging between dashes, I feel like you might want to write some more like generous sentences. Don't, like if all you're doing is this, it means that your sentences ain't flowing and you're being a little piss baby coward if you do that too much. I'm not saying this one is. I'm saying that if you do it too much, you start to look like a piss baby who refuses to write sentences that are cohesive and you're refusing to just do the thing you're trying to do so desperately. Once you finish checking on my monitors, confirming that my trays were cleared. Once you finish checking on my monitors, confirm my trays were cleared. What? I don't think that's a proper sentence. Even my bedpan was taken care of, which was mortifying the first few days, but I couldn't even bust the itch to be embarrassed anymore. I think that your first few days you're so high up on fucking painkillers and shit that you couldn't even think. I heard Anne touch the door handle and hold it silently for a minute. No doubt watching me. It was fine, Ruby. It was as fine as a miserable sack of shit like me could be, anyways. The people more deserving of your attention. As that routine always went. She opened the door and slipped away. My kind-hearted interloper gone. Turned my attention to the room itself, perfectly clean and maintained. Why is Anon describing the room he's in? He's been here for a while. I don't think there's any reason for him to describe it right now. Also, the implication that she just went through and cleaned the room, we can imagine that it's a nice, clean, steady room. Considering that she cares and she's not disgruntled. Like, Ruby herself has described the room for us. On the plus side, it's one tiny fucking paragraph, so kudos to you to keeping it to yourself. We don't need that much detail. Like, again, the implication that there's now a super cool fucking maglev running straight through New York to Dallas is enough to give us an implication that the place looks fucking spiffy. Which, no doubt, is a hell of a lot cleaner than my apartment. Oh, that's so nice. That's such a nice twist. That's such a nice heel turn. It makes my ankle snap, and that's good in writing. Which is no doubt still trash from when Fang flipped out and smashed things. I mean, I don't think that's an interruption. I think that's just smash things and me up. Like that's just the like you're overdoing it, man. Okay, you're switching up your. Oh no, wait, that's how you do that. That's how you actually do that. Like I'm pretty sure you just that's
fake composite words, as I like to put them. Not that I could have seen that coming either. Also, you never cleaned up, you little bingus. You never fucking cleaned up. You had several days, you never cleaned up. All of the stupid, moronic, mongoloid brain I could have done. Telling her about Naomi's plans after having the single was not enough was absolutely the cream of the crop. I think there's a lot of other little things. Anony Moose, absolutely fucking retarded. Besides, letting my eyes drift to the band of the table next to the bed. No one visited. No one sent a card. No one left flowers. It was all expected, but that didn't stop it from hurting the tiny part of my ego my body refused to let go of. Oh wait, he didn't get any calls from anyone? I thought the early section was supposed to be like a contrasting implication of like, oh, I didn't expect anyone to visit, but they did. But I guess, you know, it was supposed to be an assertion. I don't expect anyone to visit. If anyone had shown up, I would have guessed Mr. Spears. Sure as hell didn't want him to see the man that ruined everything at his school. Sure as hell plenty to deal with after the accident. I leaned my back into the pillow and felt a throb of pain radiate from my leg. The doctor said that I was dosed up enough to stupefy a horse and that I shouldn't feel any pain in the leg at all. Now, any pain I did feel was likely psychosomatic or whatever. That was all in my head. Psychosomatic components are a weird way to cast spells, is all I'm going to tell you. All that meant to me is that I was probably going to have to deal with that final gift of my fuckery from Fang until the end of time. Oh no, you've got a freaky ghost leg! A good reminder, if nothing else. One I won't be able to forget. I wasn't sure what my plans were anymore. I had no connections, and I didn't even want to risk calling Mom or Dad, assuming they didn't already know about what happened. I made national news, after all. My dumb, unconscious ass blasted on TV for all to see. Bandied about like a hero. Still no call. I know I didn't deserve one, but screw you too, Pops. An open smile. Jesus Christ, stop it with the interruptions. Just write your sentences. Like, just write, well, it was more of a bit of Leah. I don't know. I just feel like you're overdoing the interruptions there. I'm keeping my eye open, buddy. You're on thin ice. I'm gonna start waggling my finger assertively. I couldn't help but smile. Well, it was more of a bit of Leah, to be honest. I think, also, shouldn't there be a comma there? Because, well, it's just an assertion. About it, though. Like, I've realized you can put in so many goddamn commas into things, man. You can fit so many fucking commas in your sentences. I can fit many commas in my sentences. It's insane. College or the surface, I don't care which, he told me. Well, guess now what, you old shithead? It's going to be a big old fucking pile of neither. My leg is being fucked up 12 ways to Friday definitely precluded me from ever getting into the military. And I was certainly going to miss my finals and bomb out of senior year in high school. I don't know if they're going to do the finals on time at all, buddy. I don't know if they're going to. I wasn't sure what the future was going to be, but it sure as hell wasn't successful. I pushed that back as a problem to deal with later. Until they discharged me, my only task was quietly healing and trying not to destroy anyone else's life. After that, visit Fang and NASA. And after that, I wasn't sure. Huh. But I tend to think about it. I don't know this song, huh? But I tend to think about it. Not like I had anything else on my slate for the rest of my natural lifespan anyways. I'll get to be invisible to the world, just like I wanted. For today, though, I was going to sit in a quiet, empty room, do absolutely nothing but try to tune out the pulses of pain that radiated from my leg. The funeral was today. I wasn't invited, of course, but I couldn't leave it be either. A grunt escaped from my mouth as I gave the effort of a 90-year-old man pushing himself beyond his years as I hiked up that hill that overlooked their graves. Was it not to figure out where they were being buried? It had been all over the news. The only reason it wasn't a madhouse of journalistic vultures, sniveling leeches, sucking out their little life they were made. That is a place where you should use interruptions. This is an aside, not part of the sentence. Like, this is the sentence. The sentence is the only reason that I'm out of journalistic vultures was because, like, that's how you identify something that's a proper intermission. You know, I'm just saying. I like how you're just, like, fucking around with this shit, man. Come on. Start using brackets. Just use all of them. It was because of the ruthlessly strict police court. I wonder if that has to do with her fucking dad. They had the entire area fully on lockdown. Hell, even a few SWAT vans were there. How the fuck did they not notice you then? Shouldn't those people know who you are? Get out with assault rifles just to emphasize the don't fuck with us energy. I can respect that. It's just weird that they let me in. You think the dad would tell me to go fuck myself. Or could he not actually force you out if you're, like, there to visit? Like, if you're like, no, I'm here to visit, and I don't have a camera, they're like, ah, well, we can't stop you, I guess. There was always a deafening silence across the cemetery ground. Not gonna lie, I was surprised it worked. Oh, the cordon works. Also, in fact, use the word fucking cordon. Cordon off. Man, high five, buddy. Not a journalist, nor uninvited soul in this entire half of the grounds. Well, it mostly worked. Hakasi's uninvited, get it? If I didn't feel so empty, I might have laughed as I crested the top of the hill to retreat to get a good view of the funeral without getting all wet in the rain. Like, point out the fact that it's raining, buddy. That's why it's under the tree. I would have to try. Remember to thank that officer let me slip through the barricades. We certainly did have to. You probably shouldn't have either. I mean, he probably knows who you are. Isn't your face plastered all over the news? He'd be like, oh, man, you're the hero that stopped her. Well, sure, buddy. Go on, and you probably had someone else who died in there. All the same, given how I felt, how I looked, this quiet look at his face looked at mine, he probably figured letting me through was punishment enough. He wanted you to go through so that Ripley could tear your neck off, your head off your neck. I leaned on my crutch. Fuck, my leg hurt. Good. I deserved worse. So much worse. Fang didn't just smother me in my sleep and call that good enough of a blood tax to avoid the rest was part of the cruel irony of the whole thing. Why the hell does Anon get off easy in every fucking ending when you think about it? It's because he needs to survive to tell the story, but you know what I mean. They lashed out, killed so many, most of which had nothing to do with what happened to her. Again, I think the implication of the game is that she had only 6 bullets. Because otherwise it's kind of weird that they run out right when they hit Anon. Hold on, I'm going to pull up a picture. I think it's under CG's. Here we go, A04. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that is 6 people. There is a reload. Unless she clawed someone to death, but that's a little beyond. Also, shouldn't a revolver, like, penetrate these people? I know scales are tough, but they're not that strong in context. I love how even in this fucking shit-ass ending, someone wrote math on the book with an F. Come on, man. This is the spooky, scary ending. Have some seriousness. They even killed their own brother. Maybe all that could have been avoided. Actually, Fang did have more than 1 reload. That's terrifying. Maybe all could have been avoided if she just ended me that night instead. After all, she wouldn't have broken in the first place if not for me. Oh, she wouldn't have broken. God, that's such a... I thought that's broken to your house instead of breaking as a person. Another lance of pain shot up my leg as I shifted my weight me out of my morose thoughts and focused me on the significantly more disheartening scene below me. Whatever pain I felt was nothing compared to what they were going through. Continue to go through. There was no fixing this. I was passingly aware of the ongoing rain. I knew that it was soaking me to my bones, but it was a distant concern. I paid for it later. But that was good too. Over time, the scant few friends of the family that showed up headed out. I feel like there should be a comma there because you're basically putting 2 verbs next to each other, and in most cases, that's a comma. Then one by one, the members of the family as well. Samantha and Ripley were the last, and eventually the Aaron matriarch could bear no more and departed. Mrs. Aaron had just watched the 2 lights of her life be lowered into the cold, wet ground, and 6 feet of dirt laid upon them, sealing them in their eternal resting places. I mean, admittedly, considering this is a geologically active area, they're technically moving several centimeters to the right every year, but hey, we don't talk about that. That she stayed as long as she did showed that she had more internal strength than I did. If I was stronger, I would have had the courage to go down there and let Ripley tear me apart. Use my head like a Rubik's Cube, as he said. But I didn't. More than anything. Ooh, this is a nice spooky song. More than anything, everything that had happened solidified into one singular truth within me. I'm a cow. You're not was! Shit! Why is it past tense? You are a coward. I am a coward. If you put it in past tense, it makes it sound like Anon has grown as a person and moved past it. But he's still a fucking coward. I'm a coward. Also, it's way punchier to use present tense because it implies that it applies right here, right now. Which is, again, true. He lingered for more than an hour, almost as still as the gravestones of his children. Maybe he fell asleep standing up, to be at mercy of anything. A few moments out of this waking nightmare. He was right the whole time about me. I was a problem, a danger, a bad influence to his kids. I was selling them cigarettes. Yeah, I was defiling a grave. No, their graves, with my presence. Eventually, even he left. I watch him slowly walk away, slowly enough that even with my fucked up lev, I probably could have outrun him. It was easy to tell why. His body was heading home, but his soul remained. I feel like saying his soul is gone isn't as punchy as saying that his soul stays there. Like, he can't leave mentally. But saying his soul is gone implies that he's dead, but like, he doesn't have the luxury of being dead. I watch him meet Samantha, who was waiting at the edge of the court. Ever the dutiful wife. When she finally grabbed his arm and pulled him away, I made my move. The metallic rattle of the crutch mixed with my soggy footsteps. If you didn't see... Why did we talk about the nurse if we're just starting here? Like, this is where the actual fucking shit happens. If you didn't see me coming, I might have thought that it was some sort of cheap horror movie... Oh, wait. I'm completely fucked up today. My brain is making so many assumptions. The metallic rattle of the crutch mixed with my soggy footsteps. If you didn't see me coming, you might have thought I was some sort of cheap horror movie monster, with the way my miserly amble sounded. I don't know if miserly is a term you should use there, buddy. Of course, if you looked at me, it wouldn't dissuade the idea either. I mean, you only got shot in the leg, buddy. Your face is fine. Unless you got those soulless eyes. Okay, the fang thing didn't show up. I think we're gonna have to make a cut here, because I gotta go to the bathroom for one. But more importantly, I feel like it's just a good part to make a natural cut. Where was I? As I crossed the threshold to their resting places, I felt as fake and hollow as the mechanical steps of my crutch made me sound. For fuck's sake, don't be ableist like that, Anon. You're disabled. This is extremely ableist language. Oh no, my crutch doesn't make me sound like a real fuck off. Less of a person, more like an empty husk as I stopped at the grass. I mean, admittedly, that's very Anon to be like subconsciously like kind of digging at it. Like, Anon, I get it. You're self-deprecating, but you're also deprecating the fact that you need help. Which is bad. That's like the whole fucking point of the game! I get it. It's E1, so he didn't learn anything. My throat. Okay, well, let's just cut it here. I need to go and I need to throw entire toilet rolls into the toilet. When I say I go to the toilet, I don't do like a number one or a number two. I just throw toilet rolls in there so that the government thinks that I have a bowel system that functions instead of me just digesting food with a tiny black hole that sends it all into the ether sphere. I'm just saying, buddy, you gotta keep up pretenses these days.